Good morning, everyone. You are most welcome on the second day of our admission webinar. If you have any questions, you can post your questions in the chat box, or you can also mail your questions to us on our email ID, that is admission@juit.ac.in. So today we will take our fifth speaker, and our fifth speaker is HOD Civil Engineering, Professor Ashok Kumar Gupta. So I would like to introduce our head of the department. Professor Ashok Gupta has around 32 years of teaching experience. He obtained his PhD in Civil Engineering from IIT Delhi, ME Civil Engineering from University of Roorkee, now IIT Roorkee, and BE Honours in Civil Engineering from University of Roorkee, now IIT Roorkee. Now I would like our Honorable HOD to take over from here and start his presentation.
Thank you, Dr. Praveen Jaglan. Today, first of all, good morning to all. Today I am going to present brief profile of my department and something about the civil engineering branch. Civil engineers are known as the builder of the world or builder of the nation. In this branch, especially civil engineering is the oldest branch of engineering. In fact, engineering in Asia started with civil engineering. And this is known as the mother of all the engineering branches. And first engineering school in Asia was started, by the way, in India only, in the name of Thompson College of Civil Engineering in 1847 at Roorkee, now in Uttarakhand. Earlier it was in UP. Various branches in civil engineering are structural engineering, geotechnical engineering, transportation engineering, water resources engineering, environmental engineering, building technology, surveying, GIS and remote sensing, computer-aided design in civil engineering, and construction technology and management. So you can see the variety here. We have so many of PG programs available in this branch. So the branch is very vast. Now, these are some of the marvels of civil engineering which we made. Okay, the first building is the Victoria Memorial in Calcutta. You might have seen if you have gone to Calcutta. It was constructed in 1906. Then this is the flyover in Thiruvananthapuram in Kerala. This tunnel is the Rohtang tunnel, which is now connecting Jammu with Srinagar. If you go Jammu to Srinagar in winter season, it may be difficult to go. So it is an all-weather road. And the length of the road is around, tunnel is around 10.9 kilometers. And by this, when this tunnel started, the distance between Jammu and Srinagar will be reduced by around 31 kilometers. And total travel time will be reducing by 3 hours. This is a dam, Aikode Dam in, again, Kerala. And this is a bridge. If you have gone to Goa, then there is a Dholadhar fall there. Dudh Sagar fall, people call it. It is a 301 meter fall, and in front of it a Konkan railway bridge is passing from there. Civil engineers also make different type of dams. You make, if we want to recall in India, okay, Tihri Dam is there. Tihri Dam is the fourth largest dam of world. Its height is around 260.5 meter. Its length is 590 meter. Then Ranjit Sagar Dam in Pathankot district. Then we may have Bhakra Nagal Dam at Nagal. And so many dams we have in India. And dam technology, in fact, is developed only in India. They are indigenously developed dams only. Next one. Now here in civil engineering at JUIT, we have a highly qualified staff. We impart practical knowledge to our students. We give hand-on training. We prepare our students for competitive exams like GATE and IES. We conduct various workshops and site visits to give an industrial touch. Then we conduct so many industrial oriented programs. Currently, HPPWD program for HPPW engineer training is going on. And here it is a competitive environment. Next. Now, how the beginning started here. This department started in 2003. University started in 2002. So this department came up after 1 year. And in our department, majorly we are offering 4 programs. We are offering BTech in civil engineering since 2003. Now we are also offering BTech civil engineering with lateral entry. We are offering 3 MTech programs. The first program, construction management, was started in 2008. Structural engineering was started in 2012, and environment engineering was started in 2014. And from the beginning itself, we have PhD in civil engineering. We have developed a vision for this, our BTech, our engineering program, and the vision is to strive for excellence, knowledge creation, and research contribution in the field of civil engineering, and to serve the society and the nation with missionary zeal. We have 3 missions, okay, to provide vibrant education environment to the student, to keep pace with the advances in civil engineering techniques, and to provide the state-of-the-art skill and knowledge. As we have already discussed, these are the program offers. We are offering PhD in civil engineering, and we are offering in various specialization: geotechnical engineering, structural engineering, construction management, highway, water resources, and environment engineering. If you want to name the few, we are offering BTech in civil engineering, 4-year degree program, which is for 10+2 students, and then BTech in civil engineering for lateral entry program, which is for diploma students, those who are having first division in their diploma program. We are offering 3 MTech programs: environment engineering, construction management, and structural engineering. Now we have, since last 1 year, BTech program has been further given some other inputs, like we are offering now proficiency and minor programs in civil engineering. We are offering proficiency in computer aided design, building design and construction, geotechnics, water management, then transportation engineering, and construction technology and management. And we are also offering minor program in civil engineering. If you are doing major in civil engineering, you can do minor in CSC, you can do minor in CEC, you can do minor in BTBI. The following are the research area in which department is focusing at present. We are doing rockfill material modeling, constitutive modeling, FEM. Then we are doing a lot of work on slope stability problems, especially in hilly regions. We are working on landslide problems. We are doing research in failure hydraulics, scouring around piers. Then we are doing dynamic analysis of various types of structures subjected to extreme loading, such as earthquake loading or other type of wind loading, like that. Also, we are working in active and passive control of tall structure buildings. We are working on air pollution monitoring. We are doing concrete technology development of HPC and LKFON. We are doing pavement material design and maintenance optimization technique. We are also doing research in development of mini standard penetration test. Regarding faculty in this department, we are having 2 professors. We are having 1 associate professor. Then we are having 12 assistant professors with us at present. And if we see the civil engineering, lot of importance is given to the structural engineering here. And if I try to show you my faculty in structural engineering, which is very important. So I am trying to tell you something about my faculty in structural engineering. Okay, go to next slide. The first faculty in structural engineering is Dr. Saurav. He has done his master's from IIT BHU and he did PhD from here. Then we have second faculty in structural engineering, Dr. Tanmay Gupta. He did his all degree, BTech, MTech and PhD from BITS Pilani main campus. Next one. Then another faculty in structural engineering, next one. Mr. Chandpal Gautam, he did his BTech from IIT Bombay and his MTech is also from IIT Bombay. Dr. Vilas Shukla did PhD from IIT Bombay in structural engineering. And then Mr. Kaushal Kumar did his BTech from IIT Bombay and MTech from IIT Bombay. So 5 faculty are trained from IIT and they are teaching structural engineering here. So if you see my faculty profile, there are 7 master degree holders from top IITs, 4 master degree holders from top 10 NITs, 2 master degree holders from BITS Pilani, 1 master degree from Jadavpur University, 4 PhD holders from IIT Roorkee, IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi, 1 PhD holder from Trinity College, Dublin, Ireland, 3 faculty members with BTech, MTech and PhD, all degree from IIT. So if you see the total faculty profile, you can say the faculty is unparalleled here. If you compare with the faculty in this region, and particularly if in a private university, I can say with confidence that my faculty is extraordinary. If we go to the faculty publications, my faculty is publishing around 2.5 paper, 2.5 paper per year per faculty. And recently in past 2 months only, 1 faculty has published paper in Acta Geotechnica, which is a very high impact factor in soil mechanics. 1 faculty has published a paper in International Journal of Civil Engineering by Springer, which has high impact factor. So in last 2-3 months, we could publish 2-3 good paper in top class journals. Even we are publishing in ASC, American Society of Civil Engineering journals, which are rated very high quality journals. So publication is very good. We have 9 dedicated laboratories. We have laboratory on highway engineering, geotechnical engineering, concrete technology laboratory. We are having a laboratory on environmental engineering aspects, then fluid mechanics, surveying, workshop technology, CAD and CE software lab. We have lab on structural mechanics practicals. So in total, we have 9 laboratories. These are some of the software which we have, licensed software which we have in our structure lab. We are having MX Road, 5 number of licenses. We are having Geo5, around 50 licenses. We are having StatPro, 5 licenses. We are having AutoCAD. We are having ANSYS, and we have ETABS. We have Primavera, Plexis. So all major software we have arranged, licensed software, and we are giving training to our students on these softwares. If you talk about the UG curricula is divided into 2 halves. 2/3 is contributing towards the core civil engineering, and around 1/3 is contributing towards the engineering science and the humanities courses. And lab to the theory courses is around 76% to 24%. So this is all about our UG curricula. Earlier it was a 195 credit program. Now we are going with 160 credit program as per the AICTE requirement. Our students have an option that in the 8th semester they can go to University of Florida, Rinker School of Building Construction. They can spend whole 1 semester there, and later on they can convert their program into MS. So we are having an international collaboration with University of Florida also. This collaboration is going since 2008. In this, the alumni of this department or pass out of this department are pursuing higher degrees in the world top university. I have mentioned few here: Purdue University, USA. Isan Ganju is doing PhD there in Purdue University. University of Cincinnati, Virginia Tech, University of Florida. We are having so many students. Some in Rinker Business School, Rinker School of Construction Management rather, and other doing MS there in civil engineering. Then we have Rutgers University, USA, Cardiff, UK. Many IITs. In our department, many students are qualifying for GATE, and they are going for higher study in IITs. Nick Mark, Pune, then Indian Institute of Foreign Trades, NIT, and BITS Pilani, and many more. Civil engineering students have been working in top company, even many government organizations. They are working in IRS, Indian Railway Service, which is considered to be the top job in civil engineering. NHAI, HPPWD, IPHHP, HP Administrative Service, our few students are there, NTPC, ILFS, Larsen & Toubro, Reliance Industries, our own group, Jayaprakash Associate, JP Cement, Iraq Construction, Simplex, and so many other companies. These are our 2 students, Mr. Rupak Jain, who score a GATE score All India ranked 6th in 2016 when he was in final year. Pritanjay pass out this year only in 2020. His All India score is 290. His All India rank is 209. So our students are doing very good in GATE examination. Every year, around 20 to 25 students are getting very good GATE score. We are having a civil engineering consortium, which is basically a student body and looking after various activity of civil engineering. Next. These are some programs which Civil Engineering Society is doing. They are doing industrial visits, music and entertainment, literature and art, physical fitness programs. They are organizing workshop also, guest lectures, software training. All these programs are organized by the students only. We have a IGS local chapter with us. I am the chairman for that one. So we have a Indian Geotechnical chapter here in the name of Indian Geotechnical Society. And Professor S.K. Jain is the honorary secretary who has been shifted to now Anup Sir campus. These are some of the competitive exam photos which our student has done, CEC student has done. Next one. Now, something about the scope of civil engineering. If we talk about the future of the civil engineering students, okay, there are a lot of opportunities which exist both in India and abroad, in government sector also, in private sector also. Construction industry is booming and will stay so far, and it will stay so for next few decades. Scope of civil engineering lies high where infrastructure development is taking place. And of course, one can go for higher studies. Now, why civil engineering? Civil engineering, the first biggest thing is that it has a diverse field. You won't find such variety in other branches of engineering. Let us say a few examples. If you are having a computer test, okay, then you can apply or you can use big data and technology on aging structures. Nowadays we are having so many monuments world over, and we can apply big data applications on aging structures, which is also an interesting area of work. There is so much of innovation and creativity. Any two structures are not similar. Even if you make two bridges, they may not be similar. Either span will change, their location will change. One bridge can be straight, another can be curved. So every problem is unique in civil engineering. So innovation and creativity is more. And you explore the word in civil engineering. Let us say there is some World Bank project. All World Bank projects are bid internationally. Any fund can bid for any project. Then naturally the know-how comes from abroad. Even engineers come from other countries and you connect with them. So you can explore the word through this branch. Next one. And these we have shown here that civil engineers are shaping the society. If you are working in civil engineering, you are near to the society because so many social works are going on. If you make a road, then this road is not for profit, it is for public. Government is putting money in the road construction, expressway or the road infrastructure, and everybody uses it freely. So civil engineers are supposed or known as that they are shaping the society. Okay, we have collected some view of our pass out students and we are showing some of them.
Hello, my name is Pooja Sabharwal and I'm currently settled in Atlanta, Georgia, United States. Graduated batch of 2014 with undergrad degree in civil engineering from JP University of Information Technology, Solan. Solan, Himachal Pradesh is absolutely like a beautiful place in itself, and to have spent the prime 4 years of your undergrad or bachelor's degree was truly amazing. JUIT has probably the best civil engineering degree courses, and the branch offers amazing facilities. The professors are simply great. The teaching staff is super supportive, from well-equipped labs to vast variety of, the course curriculum, say surveying or say hydrology classes or the foundation classes. Everything is so good, and I just truly feel that I had a great time all those 4 years when I pursued my undergrad degree. You just need to get the best guidance as much as you can and avail the best you can from all those professors and teaching staff, and they will help you through the way. So talking more about JUID, while JUID offers great placement opportunities, we all know that, but there are other 2 routes that you can pursue your life to. So the first is you can either do MTech, that is Masters in Technology, and again, JP offers the best MTech courses and in civil engineering too. So you can either do that or you can get placed, or the third option that I went for personally. So JUID has a great collaboration with University of Florida. And so what happens is in the 8th semester, you go to University of Florida, do a semester for those couple 4 or 5 months, and you can come back. You would still get your BTech degree, but it's not just about this. For me personally, this was an eye opener, and I'm so glad that I grabbed that opportunity. I got so much experience, so much in-depth knowledge about so many courses, and so much insight into what I was studying all these 4 years and what my future could be like. I could avail master courses just by being in my undergrad semester, which was just for a couple months, but I took that opportunity and I enrolled myself into master's. I did go back for my graduation, of course, but then I came back to UF, University of Florida, and I started my master's. I graduated in 2016 with a master's degree in construction management, and till date, I'm so glad that I did it. So right now, I'm currently working for a construction company, interior construction company, and I work as an estimator. So what my job profile is, I make construction budgets for projects, for buildings, and for prospective clients, and we do scheduling, and I do any other value engineering options for them. We work closely with the architects, and I have sub-estimators under me who help me work with different trades, for example, flooring or ceilings or painting, etc. So I strongly believe if I had not pursued that master's back then, probably I wouldn't be here where I am today. And also another great point of pursuing this option was that you could do and learn more other courses like LEED green building or say about real estate, So that's my story, and I wish you all the very best in yours. Good luck.
Hello everyone, this is Rohan Singhal. I did my BTech from JP University of Information Technology, class of 2015, enrollment number 111671, Department of Civil Engineering. First of all, I would like to thank the department for giving me this opportunity to express my views before you all. I want to keep the discussion short, and that is why I'm going to focus on 3-4 most important points. The first one is the accessibility to the department. The department is accessible to the newcomers who can visit any faculty anytime, including head of the department, with their problems in academics or otherwise. The department goes beyond its capabilities to support students in any way possible. Study groups have been formed which incorporates students from different batches and take suggestion to improve the learning tactics. The second is faculty, which makes the pillar of the civil engineering department. The faculty are from the premier institutions like IITs and other best universities in the world. I can say this from my personal experience that they are going to sit with you to clear your doubts for n number of hours. Their field experiences, their practical experiences makes it easy for the students to understand the things in a better way. The third is teaching practices and the curriculum. The curriculum is in line with the current industrial needs. During your BTech, you will find multiple site visits to understand the things in a better way. The most important part is the lab work. Out of the 6-7 interviews that I have been through, which includes the interviews in IITs, IISc, Baba Atomic Research Center, and one of the 4 big guns, that is Larsen & Toubro, the interviewer always focus on these minor practical points. Special attention has been given to these things in the curriculum. Last but not the least, classes have been divided into small batches, which makes it easy for the student to interact with the faculty on one-to-one basis. Now, how this helped me? Due to the support of the department and the faculty, I qualified GATE 2015 with an All India rank of 436. I was offered seat in IIT Kanpur, IISc Bangalore, and IIT Delhi. I was among the 60 students across India who got selected for the Build India Scholarship of Larsen & Toubro. Finally, I joined Larsen & Toubro and got the opportunity to work one of the biggest project in Himachal Pradesh. Before going further, I would like to say, before you take any decision, just make sure you visit the campus just once. Discuss your doubts with the faculty members, with the staff, and make sure that you make an informed decision, because it is always better a decision made in ignorance. Thank you.
Okay. These were the views of our students. And now with certainty and with confidence, I can say if you choose civil engineering, naturally one student want, okay, if I go to a university, I should have good faculty, good laboratories, and I should have my good future. So if you are concentrating on all these aspects, and if you are hardworking and sincere, I am sure that choosing civil engineering will not be difficult for you. So you can choose civil engineering. We will train you. Thank you very much. If you have any question, we can answer.